What's going on, champs and champions? Hope everyone's having a wonderful morning, afternoon, night, Hanukkah, Christmas, or whatever. I know I am, because I just won the Cypher PK skin from the Cypher PK Icon Series Cup the other day, and of course, you know, I've decided to rock it in game. We also got like the Twitch drop and everything else, but that's obviously not the point of today's video. You know, obviously we're going to be using the skin, trying to get a win with the skin before it releases in the item shop, but we are also going to be doing some other stuff. So if we go ahead and go over here, the week 1 quests are now available. 7 new quests. You can basically get like 3 to 4 levels by doing all of the quests currently available, and it's just going to be something we're doing while talking about, of course, some Fortnite leaks. So let's go ahead and dive in game and tell you guys everything we currently know regarding some upcoming vaults coming to the island. Now, as you obviously already know, there are tons of keys and stuff you can get just by playing Battle Royale normally. Now, for some reason you haven't played the new season yet, you don't understand how the key system works, let me go ahead and quickly explain it to you. As you're rocking around the Fortnite island, you know, as you're enjoying everything and trying to learn everything, when you're looting up from chests and everywhere else, it can even be floor loot if I remember correctly, you can find keys that will drop on the ground. Now, these keys stack up to a total of 3 in your inventory at one time, and you'll be able to go to different vault locations that will show up on your map once you have at least 1 key in your inventory, and you can use those keys to open up these different areas and, you know, start getting tons of free loot. Now, once we get a key here, we'll be able to show you guys, you know, more in depth about that, but did you know that Epic Games is actually already working on like 5 different things to use keys on, from more vaults that require more keys to even key lock chests, which could have very good items inside of it. Now, I originally, you know, found out about this information a few days ago, and I was like, huh, this is interesting. How is this exactly going to work? And it appears that how Epic Games plans to do it is that they're going to actually have these key lock chests, not replacing any normal chest on the island, right? So if you go over to like Greasy Grove or whatever over there, you're not going to have to worry about going into where you normally find a rare chest or, you know, a normal chest or anything like that at, and having it replaced by a key lock chest. These specific new chests that are being worked on will only show up inside of those vaults, and it does appear that later on Epic Games plans to kind of remove the normal and rare chests you can currently find in vaults and replace them with these new key lock chests to really incentivize, you know, carrying around a lot of keys, opening up all these chests and stuff with your squad in order to, you know, get all the goodies that are waiting on the other side for you. They're basically going to make them a little bit harder to obtain as we go further throughout the season, but the loot might actually end up becoming better, because we'll talk about the chest here first, because, you know, I want to go to one of the actual vaults first before I talk about the other thing. So when it comes to the actual chest, they plan to have it in a few different ways. Whenever you go to a vault that actually has these locked chests inside of it, it will guarantee you at least 2 of these locked chests, sometimes 3 and sometimes 4. Now, there's going to be 2 that are going to be, you know, normal size. They'll be like the size of this chest right here, and those will require 1 key. Once you open them up, you'll get a random item. It could be any rarity, so it's like, just because you use the key, you might not get, you know, the highest rarity in the game or anything like that, but, you know, it is still a unique gimmick, and I assume that they'll probably reward a little bit more XP than the current normal chests we have on the island. After that, you'll be able to find some of these bigger locked chests, which are going to require 2 keys based on the files right now, and these are similar to those IO supply chests, or, you know, the 7 supply chests, or I guess another thing you could think of them as is, you remember those giant Skyfire supply chests whenever you did the Mothership minigame a long time ago? They're going to be that size, and once you use the keys to unlock them, you'll get even more items and potentially even higher rarity stuff, since those are a lot harder to actually go about unlocking. Now, keep in mind, all the information I say in today's video could end up changing and Epic Games could scrap it, because, let's face it, Epic Games scraps stuff all the time. I mean, I made a video a long time ago showing you guys the Squad Hill item, which ended up just never being used. Epic Games just never released it and ended up removing it from the files, so it's really a waiting game to see if Epic Games does fully go through with this idea, or if it was just one of their, you know, early tests for the system that they decided to scrap. However, this isn't the only thing, right? Because when it comes to the display chest, they'll also have, you know, some more interesting goodies you can unlock. Because in some of these vaults that you open up, there'll be the chance to get a wild chest, which is basically kind of like the gambler's chest, I've called it. Because once you open up this chest with a key, you're guaranteed either a rare or legendary item. So it's like you have a 50-50 chance here whenever you use the key here. You could either get a rare item, or you could get a legendary item. It really just depends on your luck when you end up opening it, and just the RNG of the game and the predetermined seed that they decide to go with. But that is a very interesting, concept to see Epic Games doing, because we did see them try updating the actual the vending machine llamas to have more of an RNG machine system going on with it, where you would go to a vending machine, you would see a specific weapon, and it would give you a random rarity every single time you bought that weapon. So it's nice to see that they're kind of still using that system, but more in the chest world now. Now, on top of this, there's going to be another version of these display chests that you'll be able to unlock, and I don't know if the locks will be any different or anything, or the design's different, but this display chest will guarantee you an exotic item every single time you open it. So imagine going over here, finding a chest, you're like, hey, cool, I have the key for it, you open it up, boom, exotic item dropping on the ground right for you. Now, I assume that one might even be a triple lock system, because Epic Games does allow you to have these keys, and speaking of keys, we finally found one, and they allow you to get up to 3 of them, so I assume it'll be one of the harder ones to actually go about unlocking, just because of how OP it would be just to go to a certain drop spot, have enough keys to open one right away, and instantly start off your game with a mythic or exotic every single time. So it is a very, unique system Epic Games is doing, but it is a very fun system. And now that we're finally able to go over to one of these vaults, I can finally talk to you guys about the upcoming new vault. Currently in the game files and everything, and actually currently in the game, I should say, there's only 2 different types of vaults here. We have the 1 lock vaults and then the 2 lock vaults. This is a low security vault, and this is a high security vault. High security just because, it requires another key to actually get inside of it, but the low security one because it's 1 key. However, Epic Games is working on a brand new 3rd vault that I assume will appear later throughout the season, assuming once again Epic Games doesn't randomly decide to scrap the idea. And that is not even called a vault, believe it or not. According to the files and everything I've been able to personally locate, it appears that this upcoming little vault location, or whatever you want to call it, is going to be a quote-unquote bunker. Now, the bunker isn't like these normal vaults, right? Whereas the low security is 1 key and the high security is 2 keys, a bunker vault requires you to use a total of 3 keys. So your entire stash, like your max cap, you have to use all of those keys to actually open up a bunker vault. Now, I highly expect this to still be coming to the game because of the fact that if you look at these actual, keys and all the stacking information, you stack up to 3 keys right now, but you never really need more than 3, because if you open a 1 key vault, you instantly get your key back 90% of the time. If you open up a 2 key vault, you still have 1 key left over, and you most likely are going to get some keys back here, and it's just like that 3rd key just seems like overkill to actually have, especially when you're playing solo. So it is something that they're going to be working on, where you will be able to use all 3 of your keys to open up a very big area. And I assume that, it's going to have a ton of loot, because we just saw a 1 key vault, and that, had like a few chests here, like 1 or 2. This is a 2 key vault and has 4, actually, wait, we have 5 chests, tons of ammo boxes, we have 2 supply drops, and, this. So I assume the bunker vault that requires 3 keys will work similarly to the actual vaults that we used to have to get, like, key cards and stuff for from the past, such as, the one that used to be over at the Rave Cave, where it will have, tons of supply drops, tons of chests, tons of stuff on both sides, just to really make you get rewarded for saving up all of your keys, but managing to find enough and being the first person to rush your way over to that vault. But that is a pretty big thing, right? Because this means that we have more vaults planned to come to the game, some of them being called bunkers, which is a very interesting idea of how is the island going to evolve over time to include these bunkers. And then we also have locked chests. We have chests that will require keys to actually get unlocked that could potentially give you an exotic right off rip right when you find one. So there's a lot of stuff Epic Games is working on behind the scenes for this season, and I really hope they don't end up scrapping it, because it would just, add a lot more variety to everything you're already able to do in the current season. In the comments down below, however, of course, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on how this bunker system is going to work. How many, this is a good guessing game for you guys. In the comments below, when you're talking about the bunkers and everything, I want to know, what all do you think you would find in a 3-key locked bunker? It could be what you would want to find in there, it could be what you would hope to see at the very least, or anything like that. I'm just curious on what you guys would expect if you were to go to a 3 3-key bunker all on your own without knowing what was inside for the first time. Would you expect like 10 chests, 3 supply drops, anything like that? I just think it's, you know, a pretty good guessing game that we as a community can come together and, you know, discuss, because it's something that, you know, just kind of allows us to vibe with one another. Now, I do want to mention that if you guys saw at the beginning of today's YouTube video, kind of off topic here, since we talked about the main topic, but at the beginning of today's video, I had a custom lobby background. I want to mention right now that no, this is not a private server or anything, okay? That custom lobby background is through just changing a texture file that is, you know, publicly viewable on PC, and it's only available to be done on PC. If you guys would like a tutorial on it, maybe I can make it if there's enough demand for it, but it's nothing that I'll be able to get banned for, because, you know, I've changed my lobby background so many times in previous seasons, and nothing's been done. I mean, there was a point there was one point in time when everyone on Twitter was basically doing it. You know, everyone was sharing their lobby backgrounds, they were like changing it to and stuff, and just trying to make their own vibe. So if you guys want a tutorial, of course PC only, then maybe I'll end up making that in the future. But yeah, I know someone on my Twitter account was like, can you get banned for this? Because they just saw me randomly using it. No, you can't get banned, you know, it's just kind of like a thing that is there. Now, I have to keep commentating, however, because I said I wanted to get a win on this video using the Cypher PK skin, and honestly, I feel it's unjust if we just, you know, in the video here, it's like, yeah, hyping up that win, and then just peace out. So what I want to do here is get 2 limbs so we can start seeing the reactiveness of the skin in the back bling. I don't have the pickaxe or anything because I only won the skin from the Icon Series Cup, and, you know, I didn't actually get like a free code or anything like that, so we won't be able to see the reactiveness of the pickaxe. But I gotta admit, the Wolverine's claws look really good on this skin. Let's go ahead and steal that. Look at that. Now the back bling is actually glowing in like the purplish glow. 3 kills takes us all the way up to like half purple on the skin itself. And then I do think at 4 and 5, we're going to see like the back bling and then the skin, you know, react more and more. So let's just try hunting down some people. Let's go ahead and grab a bounty here and let's just see where the wind takes us. Oh, perfect. Right up there. Okay. Let's just hop on over. Bling! I hope everyone's been having a wonderful day, though. I know after I record this video, probably going to go play the Modern Warfare 2 beta for week 2, because that's releasing on PC, and I sucked on console. I'm going to admit, I am not a good controller player. Okay, so at 3 limbs, let's go ahead and just get a pickaxe kill here so we can see the reactiveness, if it changes at all, live. Okay, so it looks like the eyes on the actual back bling started glowing more, and it looks like the purple glow is more on the skin. Like, I guess 75% of the way done. We also have another bounty we can do here. Oh, there's people. Okay, done with that. Look at that, at 5 kills, you're fully purple, you have, like, horns on the actual or I guess not pickaxe, but the back bling as well, and that is really cool. Now, something I was kind of saddened to see when I actually unlocked the skin is that while you're able to select the max reactiveness on the skin itself right away, the back bling can only be enabled or disabled on reactiveness, and you can't select the maximum right away, so I can't just go instant purple horns and anything like that, despite the skin allowing me to do that. Maybe that's something they'll change in the future, but at the same time, you know, it's just a small little gripe that isn't going to be like, oh no, it's the end of the world or anything. I can't change the back bling right off rip for Cypher PK's skin. Oh no, you know, at the same time, I got the skin entirely for free, so I'm not complaining. And I gotta admit, that was a fun cup, right? We had some issues where my NAE duo, because I played it twice, EU and NAE, we had issues with my NAE duo. For some reason, 2 of our trap kills did not count, so we were some reason unable to qualify for the skin, just because it incorrectly tracked some of the kills we got. So I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, gift my buddy the bundle once the skin releases in the shop in a few days, just because, you know, I feel it's unfair. I feel it's unfair for me and Tater, who did the EU one, to properly have all of our kills and everything tracked and, you know, get the skin, and then the other guy I play with, who, you know, I went back and watched all 10 replays, right? I know, I'm a psychopath or something. I went back and watched all 10 replays, and it looked perfectly fine to me. It looked like all the kills should have counted, so I'm just gonna gift the NAA friend the whole entire bundle, because I'm just like, you know, that's unfair. It's like, it sucks, and I don't want them to be lucked out of something that they should have won, so I'm just gonna, you know, fish up some money for them. You know, I'm gonna be like, here you go, homie, I got you with the bundle. Now, that does mean I gotta buy some more V-Bucks really soon, because I'm running real low. I have like 1.2k right now, and I really highly, like, I don't know the exact bundle price for Cypher PK set, but I'm expecting it to be like 1,800-ish, based on, you know, previous Icon Series bundles. At the least 1,500 and at the most 2,000 for the entire bundle. So, you know, it's just going to be something that we're going to see once it officially releases. But yeah, you know, it's not It's not too big of a deal. It just kind of sucks that, you know, there was a lot of issues with tracking in that actual cup. Yeah, that's what you would call it. I was like, do I call this a tournament or a cup? I don't know. But, you know, it's just, I'm black. English good. I cannot talk today. How you doing, Bow Bros? You doing good today? Hey, how you doing? I can buy a rift from you. I know the other day I tried buying a rift from Bow Bros, and it was like, this service is unavailable at this time. And I was like, what? This doesn't make sense to me. Wow, we're maxed out on ammo. Do I want to buy a rift? No, let's not buy a rift. But yeah, I know the tournament itself, or I guess cup, whatever you want to call it, had a lot of tracking issues because there is a lot of issues with like the scoreboard being broken for some reason. It would jump from 100 points, and then once you hit 101 place, I guess 101st, 50th, or once you hit 101st place on the actual leaderboard, it would show you the placement of like top 20,000 and just say they were 101st. So the leaderboard is very broken. So I'm just gonna, you know, chalk up, you know, some of the stats not properly tracking to, you know, Epic Games, you know, being new to making double tournament brackets, you know, having the main one and then the alternative one, and of course, just it's a game. Issues are gonna happen, and support's not gonna be helpful. I know that much right away, you know, because I've gone through support before trying to get like the FNCS back bling that I got from a Twitch drop. It took like 10 attempts to try getting it. So it's like sometimes I just don't want to go through support, and you know what? I would rather just gift them the skin instead of, you know, sitting here and wasting both of our time trying to talk to 50 different support agents. Just get linked to like the exact same Twitter tweet being like, oh, we're tracking this issue, and then it's like a completely unrelated issue. So yeah, but at the same time, skin's really cool. I really like the not reflectiveness, the reactiveness of the skin, and I also enjoy how with the skin, the wrap with it, right? You got it for free from Twitch drops. I really like that they're having a lot of like free cosmetics this time around, and if someone wants to, you know, get a nice little wrap, because I really like the design of it, it works very well with the skin, and it works very well just as a wrap on its own, and it was entirely for free, so, you know, who's going to complain about that? But there we go, we got ourselves a win with the Cypher PK skin to end off today's YouTube video. Sorry about it being a longer one. I really just wanted to get a win with the skin before it released, because I thought, you know, that's something you guys might have liked, and I wonder how long my webcam was unfocused. Anyways, with that said, I'll see you champs and champettes next time with another YouTube video. Peace out.